Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. If your Samsung dryer won't stop running, whether the drum keeps spinning, the heater stays on, or it just runs forever, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to diagnose and fix this problem. The good news, most of these fixes are totally doable at home without spending 300 bucks on a service call. Important safety note. Always unplug your dryer before performing any troubleshooting or repairs. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group. Links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. All right, so we're dealing with a dryer that basically doesn't know when to quit. I'm going to walk you through the most common causes I see, starting with the easiest checks and working up to the parts that might need replacing. Most of the time, it's going to be one of four things: a stuck relay, a shorted heating element, a settings issue, or dirty sensors. Let's dive in. So the number one culprit I see is a fused motor relay on that main control board. Here's how you'll know. The drum starts spinning the second you close the door, even if you never hit the start button. I'm talking the control panel is completely dark, but that drum's going round and round like it's got a mind of its own. What happens is those relay contacts get welded together from high voltage, so they're permanently stuck in the on position. Here's a quick test that takes about 5 minutes. First, unplug the dryer for safety. You'll need a basic multimeter, set it to continuity mode, test across the relay terminals. If you get continuity when the dryer is unplugged and off, that relay's toast and needs replacement. Now, the real fix is replacing the main control board, and you're looking at anywhere from 100 to 220 for that part. But here's a temporary trick that might buy you some time. Unplug the machine, pop off that top panel, and give those black relay boxes a few taps with a screwdriver handle. Sometimes you can shock those contacts back open. Don't ask me how I know that, but I've seen it work more times than I care to admit. Another common issue is a shorted heating element, and this one's sneaky. The dryer runs through its whole cycle but gets stuck at 1 minute and just sits there heating forever. What's happening is the heating coil has sagged down
I
and
did
touched
check
the
it with
metal housing,
voltmeter
creating a short
from the
circuit. The
plug,
element
which
stays on
showed
even
everything.
during what should be the cooling phase at the end. To check this, you'll need to access the heater housing. It's typically located at the bottom, right when looking into the drum. You'll need a screwdriver to remove the housing cover. Once open, visually inspect the heating coils. Look for any coils that have sagged down or are touching the metal case. This inspection takes about 10 minutes. If the coil's just sagged, you might be able to rebend it to create an air gap. If it's broken or burnt, you're looking at a new element. Those run about 25 to 60 bucks. Make sure those ceramic standoffs are intact too, because they keep everything electrically isolated. Now, here's one that catches a lot of people off guard. Your dryer might actually be working perfectly. If it stops heating but keeps tumbling every few minutes for up to 90 minutes after the cycle ends, check your display.
And
You'll
I'm going to
probably
come
see
over
some
here
kind of
to
scrolling
wrinkle
rectangle or
away. All right, so
chasing light.
what you
That's
have now,
wrinkle prevent
there's
mode doing
also a
exactly
wrinkle
what it's
prevent.
supposed to
So
do.
if you do
The
wrinkle
fix, just turn off that wrinkle prevent or wrinkle release setting on your control panel. Boom, problem solved, and it didn't cost you a dime. The moisture sensor bars are another thing that'll drive you crazy if you don't know what to look for. On sensor dry cycles, the dryer just runs and runs way past the point where your clothes are bone dry. Those two curved metal bars inside the drum, they're usually near the lint filter, get coated with residue from dryer sheets or fabric softener. Sometimes you'll see white buildup or even green corrosion on them. The sensors
Use
can't do
fine
their job when
sandpaper
they're
for
all
heavy
gunked up.
buildup
Here's
and
how to
clean with
clean them.
rubbing
First,
alcohol
dampen a
and
cloth
cloth.
with rubbing alcohol. Never pour liquid directly on the sensors. Gently wipe the metal bars until they're shiny and clean. For stubborn buildup, use fine 400 grit sandpaper with light pressure, then wipe clean with alcohol. For mild buildup, a cloth with mild dish soap works too. This takes about 5 minutes and costs practically nothing. The main control board with that motor relay is going to be your biggest expense. You're looking at anywhere from 106 to 220 bucks depending on your exact model. You can find these at appliance parts dealers, but make sure you've got the right part number because they're not universal. This is definitely a part worth replacing rather than buying a whole new dryer. The installation's not too bad if you're handy. Just disconnect power, swap the wire harnesses, and you're good to go. Some techs try to replace just the relay by desoldering it, but these boards are often coated in epoxy, making that repair pretty tough for most DIYers. For heating elements, you're in much better territory price-wise. typically 25 to 60 bucks for the part. You can grab these at most appliance parts stores or order them online. This is definitely worth fixing yourself because it's a straightforward swap and way cheaper than calling someone like me. The tricky part is making sure that coil doesn't touch the metal housing when you install it. Those ceramic standoffs are critical for keeping everything isolated electrically. The moisture sensor bars themselves rarely need replacing. Cleaning is usually all it takes. So you're looking at 0 to maybe 15 bucks if you need to buy some rubbing alcohol or sandpaper. These are inside the drum near the lint filter, and they're super easy to access. This is definitely a DIY fix that anyone can handle. All right, if you're looking at actual part failures, let's talk about what you're dealing with cost-wise and whether these repairs make sense to tackle yourself. I always tell people, weigh the part cost against what a service call would run you, which is usually 300 bucks minimum these days. Now, you can see right there on your screen the most common Samsung dryer models that run into these issues. Take a look. You might even spot your own model number up there. The motor relay problem especially seems to hit certain model lines within the first couple of years, so don't feel bad if that's what you're dealing with. That's how you tackle a Samsung dryer that won't stop running. Here's your diagnostic checklist. First, verify it's not just wrinkle prevent mode. Second, clean those moisture sensor bars with rubbing alcohol. Third, test the motor relay for continuity when unplugged. Fourth, inspect the heating element for shorts or sagging coils. Work through these steps in order. Most of the time, one of these solutions will get your dryer back to normal operation. If tapping those relays worked for you, drop a comment and let me know how many loads it lasted. I'm always curious about those temporary fixes. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your Samsung dryer working again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.